Welcome to Part 2 of the detailed tour of Mobile Merchant's PO writing module. This section will give you an introductory look at the stages that POs go through in Mobile Merchant. Let's go ahead and get started. When I click on the PO module, it takes me into the PO list. I'm currently logged on as the Chief Merchandising Officer, so as you might expect, it's showing me purchase orders that are relevant to me as the Chief Merchandising Officer. Let's take a look at how the list view is constructed. To do this, I'm going to click on the Edit, Customize View button. As you can see, this brings me to a hierarchical list of the users whose POs I may want to review. I am linked to DMM1, who in turn is linked to Buyer11 and Buyer12. I am also linked to DMM2, who is linked to Buyer21 and Buyer22. My default view is to see everyone in the hierarchy's POs, but if I want to see only the POs for one specific buyer, I can select just them. You might also note on the screen that there are two tabs. One to select the users I wish to view, and the other to select the PO statuses I wish to view. Let's take a look at the PO statuses and talk about them for a minute. This tab shows you a list of the purchase order statuses within Mobile Merchant and which ones are selected for my current view. So if I wanted to select only POs that are in a specific status, say Submitted, I could check just the checkbox for Submitted. While we're on the screen, I'd like to take the opportunity to talk to you a little bit about the different PO statuses in Mobile Merchant. The first status is Draft. A PO that is in draft status is a PO that doesn't have all the required PO fields filled out yet. If you're at a vendor's location or at a show, you won't always want to take the time right then and there to fill out all the fields for the purchase order. Chances are you will just want to fill in the key pieces of information, say the ship date, the style, color, cost, quantity, and perhaps a picture of the merchandise that you want to order. Mobile Merchant lets you enter that information while you are on site at your vendors and enter the rest of the information later. If you want, you can have an assistant buyer or an admin finish up the PO for you. But most Mobile Merchant users find that it's so fast and easy to enter the remaining PO information into Mobile Merchant that they just take a minute or two to finish up the POs in their odd moments, say when they're in a cab or waiting in an airport. So again, POs in a draft status are POs that don't yet have all the required information entered. We'll be taking a look at a PO in the draft status shortly. The next status is Ready. A PO that's in a ready status is one that has all the required information filled out and is ready to be submitted. We will take a look at a PO in the ready status shortly as well. This will give you a good look at the rich view Mobile Merchant gives you of your purchase orders. The next status is Submitted. Once an order is submitted, it is awaiting approval. Mobile Merchant gives you some options on how you set up your approval process. In this demo system, we have the approval process set up as a two-stage approval process requiring approval of the buyer and their DMM. Since a submitted order is in the approval process, it cannot be changed in this status. If a change is required, the PO can be unsubmitted and then changed. The PO must then be resubmitted and begin the approval process all over. The next status is Approved. An approved PO is one that has been approved by all the required people. When a PO reaches the approved status, it is fully valid PO and will be sent up to the host purchase order management system during the next upload to be finalized there. When a PO is submitted, it can be rejected by one of the approvers. While the status shows up as rejected, it is essentially put in a ready status where changes can be made to the PO and it can be resubmitted. The final status is Completed. which means that the PO has been transmitted to the host purchase order management system. In the next section, we will take a look at a PO in the draft status to show you what's involved in creating purchase orders in Mobile Merchant. Thank you.